Hello, this is Giorgio Lucas. Welcome to my YouTube channel, a channel in which I hope to be able to help you save and invest to obtain your financial goals. Over a series of videos, we'll be looking at a number of investment vehicles to help you save for your goals in the future. We'll be looking at investment trusts, unit trusts, bonds, shares, real estate, both here in the UK and abroad. And plus, we'll look at ways you can save money so that you can easily have those goals in the future. Today, I would like to start with saving money on a daily basis. Now, I worked 13 years in my last company, and one of the things I noticed was that people were forever complaining and saying, don't have enough money to put a deposit on a property. I don't have enough money to go on holiday. I don't have enough money to do this, don't have enough money to do that. And I'd always come back and say, there are three things that you can do on a daily basis, which will save you many thousands of pounds over a number of years. The first bit I'd like to add to this is the infamous sandwich. Yes, that sandwich. And you're thinking, what sandwich has got to do with investment or saving? A hell of a lot. Each day, particularly in the UK, people spend £6 or £7 at lunchtime on their sandwiches. I, for 13 years, virtually every day, made my own sandwich. All you need to make a sandwich is some bread and your ingredients, tomato, cheese, chicken, whatever you need to make. You can lettuce, cucumber. But yet, what I observe most at work is that people flatly ever refused to do this, and they were spending on average £6 to £7 a day, whereas I was spending £1 a day making my own sandwich. Now, let's be conservative and say you can save £4 a day on making sandwiches. How much is that in a week? £20. You're beginning to see the picture, right? How many weeks of the year are there? 52. But what I'm going to do, I have to take away 5 weeks for your holidays. I'll also take away another couple of weeks in case you're off sick or doing other things where you're not in the office. But you're already talking here about 45 weeks in which you can save £20 a week. So let's get the calculator and see how much that's going to save you a year. 20 times 45. £900 a year saved by making your own sandwiches and not going to either Greggs, Pret a Manger, or wherever you get your sandwiches from. Now, you're going to come back and hit me with this and say, well, okay, that's all well and good, but I have to invest the time in making these sandwiches. Well, you're not investing, and you don't have to invest time, because how long does it actually take you to go outside, queue up, and get those sandwiches? I know, I'm London based, and I can see in most places in London, whenever people go to get their sandwich, they spend at least 10 minutes getting there, choosing the sandwich, queuing, paying, and coming outside. So you've not lost any time. You've not lost any time at all. And what you've got is £900 a year extra in your pocket. But not only that, making your sandwich is far healthier than buying one. You know exactly what ingredients are going there. You know exactly that they're made by you, and hence they're likely to be cleaner than made by somebody else. I'm not saying that these people don't make clean sandwiches, but you might find extra salt you don't like, an extra ingredient you don't like. Whereas when you make your own sandwich, you choose what's in it. And I calculated I spent about £1 a day with ingredients, bread, a bit of bread, making those sandwiches. You're spending a lot more than that, and you can save £900 a year, and it's healthy for you as well. Now, let's come to the evenings. I know we all hate cooking. I'm not a particular fan of cooking. That said, by cooking and not going to your Uber Eats, there's another way you can save a lot of money. Uber Eats typically, I think, cost about £10 a day, maybe even more. Cooking, I found, normally getting some fish, some potatoes, good meal, might cost me £3 instead. So you could easily each day, and this is an absolutely conservative figure, save £7 each day. Or I think more actually, but £7 is conservative. Each day, just by not getting those Uber Eats, right? Now, coming back to what I did, I invested time in cooking, and what I found, it's a lot healthier. And when it's a lot healthier, it means you perform better in your job. But let's stick with just the money saving aspect of it for now. You're spending on average probably an extra £7, £8, £9 a day. I understand you don't want to cook every day. So let's take it back and say, okay, I'm only going to cook 2-3 times a week. And maybe a couple of days when I'm feeling really tired, had a late night at work, I really don't want to cook, etc. You're still going to be able to save about £5 every single day on average. And again, 5 times 5, I've done the calculation here, it's £25 a week, multiplied by the 45 weeks. I'm not going to do 52 as explained before. That can save you £1,125 a year just by not doing those Uber Eats or taking food out, which quite often is not the healthiest food anyway. Often you might be doing a large pizza with some extra toppings, whatever, and instead of doing that, it's very easy just to get the fish out, grill it, few potatoes, you're done, right? Because you've got to spend time ordering. You've got to choose, you've got to order, it's got to be delivered, you've got to take, you've still got things to do, right? Now, third thing I want to come to is the infamous coffee. Now, what I observed in my 13 years of working is that each and every day I saw so many workers coming in from outside with their coffees, particularly in the morning. And this was in a place where coffee was readily available at work, or tea or whatever. And some were spending like £4 a day on whatever. Let's take cappuccino. But I want to be a little bit conservative again and say, let's take £3 as an average that you could save if you don't take that cappuccino out every day and you have a hot drink at work. So, £3 a day, again, £15 a week, multiplied by 45, £675 every single year. Come on, that's not an insignificant amount of money you can do with that. Now, if we had all three for your sandwiches, for your Uber Eats, and your coffee, that comes to £2,700 each and every year. So that's £900 on the sandwiches, £1,125 on the Uber Eats, and the £675 on the coffee, £2,700. Now, before I go a bit further, I know there's some people that even buy water from outside. If you're doing that, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous, because virtually every company has a water tank where you can get the water, and that will easily save you another £1.20 a day. I see people buying these small bottles of water for £1.20, and they're bringing them in the office. Ridiculous. Again, that can save you another £250 a year, £225. So you're already looking at nearly £3,000 a year saved by doing those 4 things. But the water, let's keep the water to one side for now. I just wanted to put that in just in case you are doing it. Please stop right away. There's plenty of water at work. You don't need to get the water out from outside. Ridiculous. So sandwiches, Uber Eats, and your coffee, £2,700 a year. That's a lot of money. That is a hell of a lot of money. With that, you can either have 2 pretty good holidays a year, or one absolutely amazing holiday. That £2,700, you can have maybe 2 weeks in South America, touring South America. And you might still have a little bit of change. I don't know. Depends how much you like to spend on your holidays. But let's say 2 weeks in South America every year. Well, you can, or wherever you want to go. But even if you're not into the holidays in a big way, and your aim, and which I see in many young people in their early to mid 20s, even late 20s, early 30s, is to actually save enough money for a deposit. Many people used to come to me at work and say, how do I save for a deposit? It's just so hard. I've got this expense, I've got that expense. And I came up with these three things because over a 10-year period, it's £2,700 a year for these three things. Well, if you're doing water, it's even more. But going back to the sandwiches, Uber Eats and coffee, we're looking at £2,700 a year, which over 10 years, obviously, is £27,000. £27,000 over 10 years. Now, depending where you are in Britain, I say depending where you are, I'm here in London, that's still a lot of money. Even in a place like London, if you can do that over a period of 10 years and get that £27,000, you may have enough, you probably won't have enough money for a deposit for a place in London, but you'll be halfway there, at least halfway there. And if you buy outside London, live in London, you work in London, you want to buy something outside London, that's your deposit. It's done. It's done. It's done. And that's just doing these three things. I'm not talking about any other things that I'll come to, investing in shares, property, forget what I said about property, investment trust, unit trust, or wherever. This is just by doing three simple things. Now, if you're in another part of the country away from London, which most of you are, you've got even less of an excuse because you can potentially do this in 5 years. If you live in Leeds and you want to buy something outside Leeds, you want to buy something, you live in Manchester, Liverpool, Sheffield, half of this money will get you the deposit. So you can have a deposit in 5 years. It's crazy, isn't it? It's the most simple thing you can do. And you've got your deposit in 5 years. What more can I say? Now, what I want to do over the coming videos, I'd want to talk about other ways you can save, invest to get your goals. But I hope today has been of some use. So please do click that subscribe button, click the bell notification for when my next video comes out, and I'll see you very, very soon. I'll be posting at least 2 or 3 videos a week for you, and I'm sure I'll be able to help with any questions you have. Thanks, and see you next time.